Thailand is usually portrayed as a paradise. Unspoiled beaches, dense jungles, spicy cuisine, and the friendly smiles of the people. Who wouldn't want to go there? The nation welcomes more than 40 million visitors annually, making it one of the most popular destinations on the planet. But beneath the postcard-perfect scenes and Instagram-friendly moments, there is a disturbing truth that no travel company will ever reveal to you. If you believe that Thailand is sunshine and paradise, you'd better think again. Behind the beauty, there's a darkness that lies just below the surface. Thailand is inexpensive. At least that's what travelers think. Relative to the Western world, everything costs next to nothing. 5-star accommodations are less expensive than one night at an average American motel. Street vendors sell food nearly for free. Beer is more affordable than water in certain areas. But have you ever asked yourself, why? The truth is, this affordable tourism isn't without expense, and the expense is frequently paid by the local population. Most of Thailand's tourism workers scrape by on poverty-level wages, sometimes as few as $9 a day. In tourist cities such as Phuket, Pattaya, and Bangkok, hotel workers, restaurant staff, and massage shop workers toil long hours for just enough money to get by. They will smile for the tourists, but behind the smile is a poverty they can never reveal. Most of them are stuck in debt traps. Their wages are so low that they have to borrow money to survive. And once they borrow, they are trapped by the system, working tirelessly, never getting out of the poverty cycle. But that's only half the story. The Thai islands resemble paradise, but the truth is that most of them are dying. The millions of tourists that visit annually have left destruction in their wake. Coral reefs are being killed by chemicals from sunscreen. Beaches are littered with plastic, and local animals are vanishing at an alarming rate. Let's consider Maya Bay, for instance, the iconic beach from the Beach film featuring Leonardo DiCaprio. It gained so much fame that thousands of visitors swamped it daily. Boats, trash, and pedestrian traffic ravaged the environment. In 2018, the Thai government was left with no option but to close it permanently because it was extremely damaged. And the most tragic thing is that this is occurring nationwide. Visitors arrive for a few days, take their photos, and disappear. But it's the locals who have to live with the aftermath. Pure water, garbage-filled. The beautiful beaches, polluted to an unimaginable point. If you think Thailand's natural beauty will endure eternally, you're mistaken. It's disappearing, and quickly. Thailand's nightlife is world-famous. Neon-lit streets, bars with cheap booze pouring out, and a never-ending wave of people searching for a good time. But behind the neon glow of Bangkok's notorious walking street lies a secret world of exploitation. Most of the women in the nightlife sector are not there voluntarily. Some are from poor villages, attracted by the prospect of good-paying jobs. Others are pushed into the sector because they have no other means of survival. The worst of it? Most of them are minors. Human trafficking is a real and appalling phenomenon in Thailand. Young girls from 12 years old are lured out of their countryside homes, only to be trapped in a nightmare. Their passports are confiscated, they are controlled where they go, and they have to entertain tourists at night. And let's not make out it's only the shady areas of Bangkok where this is going on. Even posh places that look respectable have a dark side. Tourists get to see only what they are supposed to see, but in private, things are much more sinister. All tourists want to ride an elephant in Thailand. It is one of the favorite tourist attractions. But if you imagine these giants are pleased to bear tourists on their backs, you are wrong. The reality is, the majority of elephants in Thailand's tourism business have undergone an ordeal known as Voyagium, or the crush. It's a horrific training process where the baby elephants are beaten, starved, and tortured until they are totally broken. They're removed from their mothers when very young, placed in small cages, and battered until they no longer have the will to fight back. Then, and only then, are they deemed safe for tourists. Even so-called ethical elephant sanctuaries are not always as they appear. Most of them still have tourists ride elephants or make the animals do tricks. If you are visiting somewhere that has elephants doing something unnatural, such as painting, dancing, or riding on people, you can be certain those animals have been abused. But the elephant tourism demand is so great that this inhumane practice goes on. If tourists would refuse to pay for elephant rides, the abuse would cease. But as long as tourists continue to book these tours, The cruelty will never cease. Thailand's tourism sector is thriving, but with it comes an increase in scams aimed at extracting every last dollar from unsuspecting tourists. And let's be frank, tourists are regarded as walking ATMs in Thailand. From fixed taxi meters and overpriced tuk-tuk rides to bogus gem shops and exorbitant souvenirs, the scams go on and on. Some of these scams are harmless, but others can be downright deadly. One of the most infamous ripoffs is the jet ski scam. A visitor pays to rent a jet ski, takes an hour ride, and then returns it, only to be charged thousands of dollars worth of damage. The police don't count on it. Too often, they are in alliance with the thieves. The exit strategy? Pay or get threats of jail. Then there's the closed temple scam. A tuk-tuk driver tells a tourist that a famous temple is closed, but conveniently, he knows of another great spot. That great spot turns out to be a tailor shop or a jewelry store where aggressive salesmen pressure the tourist into buying overpriced goods. And if you think the scams don't get any better, you'd be mistaken. Thailand's streets are full of individuals eager to scam gullible tourists, and most tourists lose thousands of dollars before they even know what's going on. Thailand's culture is rich, lovely, and heavily based on tradition, but mass tourism is gradually destroying it. Most locals now serve only tourists, giving up traditional ways of life and crafts because they can earn more selling cheap souvenirs or working in bars. Ancient temples are filled with selfie takers rather than people showing respect. Holy places are used like amusement parks. And then there is the negative side of cultural appropriation. Tourists obtain tattoos of Buddhist symbols that are sacred. It has caused anger in many Thai people, and the government warned tourists to think before they ink. A once proud and highly revered culture is now being commodified into a tourist gimmick for the purpose of tourism. Therefore, amidst all of this dark side, will you still come to Thailand? It is a black and white number. The country is very pretty with really great people, but the travel business is double-edged. Should you still travel there? Go responsibly if you do travel there. Avoid elephant rides. Skip exploitative nights. Take precautions against scammers. Go for ecological options of getting there. Take care of your local businesses. Because if Thailand's tourism industry keeps going down the destructive road it is on today, the paradise that everyone wishes for will be gone forever. Yes, Thailand is all about cheap travel, wild parties, and gorgeous beaches. If you also believe that's the only thing this country have, then you are sadly mistaken. The seedy underbelly of Thailand's tourism does exist, and people need to begin discussing it. What do you think about this dark side of Thailand? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe because this journey has just began.